Anyone sleep just so they don't have to deal with being awake? I think you're depressed. In your situation, it makes sense. I won't tell you you can talk to me because you said not to say that. But if it makes you feel validated at all, this really does sound like depression. I hope you're a little wrong and find out that you do have somebody in your life to reach out to. 2 more years till 18. Will they let you get a job? Focus energy on being ready to leave once you can. Save as much dollar as possible and get all your ID documents or copies. If you can't drive, see if you can work towards getting your license. What's happening with school, education? I know you're depressed, but it sounds reasonable given the situation you're in, and with a little money in the bank and a passport, you could start your life somewhere else and live life the way you choose. This is what some foster homes are like. Feels like they get paid for free child labor. When their own children do none of the chores and only us foster kids do every damn thing. I used to sleep so long and disassociate so hard. I was able to have out-of-body experiences to the point I could look down at myself even though I left my eyes open sometimes. I'd say you're suffering from severe depression. Cold homes can do that. No, buddy, you're not alone. I sleep as often as I can because I have cancer and heart failure. You don't feel pain while sleeping, so to avoid the cancer pain and the anxiety of being breathless constantly from my failing heart, I try to avoid this world as much as possible. I began doing it when I spent a lot of time in hospital 2012 to 2014. Surgeries, radiation treatments, etc. Being in hospital long-term has a very regimented setting. You wake up the same time. Meal times, nap times, and nurse-doctor interactions are very hierarchical and set in stone. It can get extraordinarily boring in hospital. So I slept the entire time. I ended up being awake during the times others were asleep and began exploring the hidden corners of old hospitals. I got onto roof spaces, snuck into neonatal sections to stare and marvel at babies. Yeah, that one was a little creepy. And a bit concerning how easy it was for a complete stranger to enter the children's section of a hospital and just walk around freely. Pre-COVID. If I were a parent of a child in hospital, I would expect the ward to be as tight as Fort Knox. Nobody should be getting near the children unless authorized. Major issue right there. This was a major hospital in a large modern city too. Not some country medical center. Anyway, back to the topic. Sure, you're not alone. However, it's not a good way to live. Mate, I do it because my life is over. I'm just waiting to die. Wait for euthanasia laws to clear in my residence so I can go ahead and apply for the process. I'm no longer progressing as a person. I don't have a legacy or anything to hope for. You, however, are a young adult who has their entire life ahead of you. My God. Man, please listen to a dying man. Don't waste your youth. Use and enjoy this time while you have it. Youth truly is wasted on the young. It's incredibly depressing. You will wake up very soon. 30 years old. Sore and aging body. You didn't think time would creep up on you so quickly. But it will, and you will regret it. Use this time. Somehow. I don't care. Learn magic. Learn a second or multiple languages. Do you have any idea how valuable being multilingual is? Financially, socially, everything. It's easier to learn a language or a musical instrument at your age. Do it. I demand you to. The odds of getting a partner is increased by 1,000 if you can play music or converse in another tongue. Please. From the words of a dying young man. Do productive things with your young years and not regret wasting them like I did. When I got diagnosed with cancer at 26, my life was over. Don't end up like me. Please, bud. There's a million things you can do with your time. Especially with internet access. Advance yourself. Why did they take you out of school? Can I just say, you are all wonderful human beings. For trying to reach out to OP. Looking at the situation from different angles and trying your damnest to help. As for OP, I used to feel like you did even with none of the harshness of your circumstances. Prayers helped. Having imaginary friends helped. Even as an adult. But mostly for me. It just got better after I moved out. I hope things work out for you. I don't have advice. And your situation sounds horrendous, and I hope you can leave sooner than later. You said you play games on your phone. So may I recommend a game that might help with the loneliness? It's called Sky. The Children of Light. It's a social game mostly, but you don't have to talk to PPL if you don't want to. There's no world chat or anything, and you don't have a username either. Still, you are fully able to interact and socialize with PPL anyways. It helped me through an exceptionally tough time. Ultimately, it's not much, but I hope it helps the same way. If you're willing to give it a try. Is there any way you could reach out to people who have escaped from your religion and made a life for themselves in the outside world? Perhaps they could help you get declared as an emancipated minor and help you with a place to live. And getting a job. You are being treated like a slave and deprived. Not only your education, but the support system of your friends. Emo. This is abuse. You are already depressed and questioning suicide. I'm not saying that you ever would or want to kill yourself. Which shows how detrimental the situation is for you. I think that most states require a 16-year-old to be enrolled in some form of education that meets their state standards. They can get in trouble for forbidding you to attend school. Even if they claim you are being homeschooled. You can prove that you are not in school. I'm not sure how to proceed with reporting this. It would be difficult to go to the police and report the abuse. Because they will probably just believe your parents. Unfortunately, maybe you can reach out to a counselor online who can help you work through your issues and get you the help you need. In some places, there are runaway shelters that can give you a place to stay while you figure things out. But I really feel like you need to get out of there and quickly. Normally, sleeping to get away from life is depression. Depression probably caused by your abusive, not strange, household. Abusive. Does your brother get special privileges because he works? Have you thought about finding a job to get away from the daily chores? I believe you should consider making a plan to exit this household when you are 18. Or when you are ready to leave. I'm really sorry you are going through this. And I hope one day counting down the hours so you can go to sleep again will be a thing of the past. And you'll be able to look and enjoy life. Hi Op. Firstly, I'll answer your question. Yes. I've been there. I was depressed and liked sleeping because it meant I didn't have to be awake and sad. It sounds like you're depressed too. It's really unsurprising given your circumstances. Secondly, I'm guessing due to your age and the fact that you've left school that you're UK-based. I know that you might be conflicted about leaving. However, if it's what you want, but you believe that you can't, I would encourage you to speak to your local council. You'd be surprised at the options that are available to help minors living away from their parents. It's a scorched earth approach. But I just want to raise the possibility in your mind that you can leave if you really need to. If you want any help navigating this, I can try. I've worked in and around councils for a few years. Thirdly, sending you a big virtual hug. I'm so sorry your home life isn't the warm and loving environment you deserve. I hope, whatever you decide, That your future is full of love, joy and freedom. Sleeping is great escape, but so are drugs and alcohol and other addictive things. Run. I do the opposite. I don't like to sleep 'cause I don't want to go to the next day. Like in a video game. Run away, join the circus or join the army. Okay, that probably won't work. Just do heaps of push-ups until you get so strong you can do push-ups with your fingers. Eat more to get bigger. Start saving up any spare money you get and move out ASAP. What religion is that? If you would like to talk to a real person to seek help for depression, I suggest maybe finding a counselor at school or joining a community center to be engaged with others your age. Yes, I have been in a situation where sleeping is the best part of the day so that I don't have the be conscious for my dull and boring life. I'm sorry that you are in this situation, and it is difficult as I assume it's hard to break out of this cycle as it is enforced by your parents. I'm hoping that as you get older you can develop autonomy and have more freedom to do what you choose. I'm not sure if your parents would be open to this conversation, but maybe try asking them for a few hours of the day to do whatever you like. Maybe you can arrange some sort of deal with them.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.